Hi everyone. So I just went live on my Insta page, which you should definitely go check out because it features a lot of cool smoking devices along with discounts. Who doesn't love discounts, please? I don't know. I was playing around with the Dart, the Chrome Dome, as well as the OG wooden blunt. Well, the new one. Explaining the fact that it's 2-in-1, flour and concentrate. And explaining how, if you wanted to go from flour to concentrate or concentrate to flour, which order you should go in and how you should go about that, so that you don't hurt your taste buds. And of course, like always, I was smoking out of my beautiful, beautiful On Point Class Octopus. She's my favorite. And the little zebra-inspired bowl couldn't fit me any better. And of course I get my hair stuck because that's me. So, this was Arts and Crafts Day. Number 1. And we learned how to knit. If you missed how to cast on, you should go to my live. It will be up for 24 hours. However, if you miss my live and you need help casting on, just don't hesitate to reach out. I love crafts, so it's just not something I can go back and do without fully undoing what I already did. So, like I was saying on my live, but like I can't do my live without you guys. You guys interact with me. So, we have to have the yarn because I'm right-handed, so I'm doing this right-handed. I have to have the needle with the yarn in my left hand. Now, it does not matter what size needles you have if you want to knit along with me or learn to knit. And it does not matter what thickness of yarn. I just prefer to have thicker of both because it makes it easier. Also, I'm just making a simple scarf. I have made other things, like I made this blanket. So I love to knit, but scarf is always a great beginner project, especially if you're just trying to cope and relax and calm down from the day. And smoke while you're doing it, which we definitely did. Okay, so start with this in the left hand. Have the longest tail in the front. And I go like this. Under the fence, catch the sheep, back we come, and off we leap. Now let me say that again, because this little saying is very helpful. Under the fence, catch the sheep, back we come, and off we leap. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is that it's very important that you keep track of how many stitches you have. I have 14 stitches. I think it's easier to remember when it's an even number. That's just me. But again, it's preference. You could make a really, really thick scarf. I just wanted a thin one. Because I have this beautiful, don't mind my massive yarn, this beautiful color changing yarn. So, what you want to do, so this is my right hand, just like it would be your right hand, and this is my left hand, okay? We go under the fence, catch the sheep, back we come, and off we leap. Now we can do that again. Under the fence, catch the sheep, back we come, and off we leap. that is the same stitch over and over and over and over. That is the only stitch that I am doing for this scarf. Now, if you're more advanced and you wanna, do some purling interchangeably at the very tips, that would be awesome. I love doing that. I think that's super cute. But just for the sake of, teaching, we're doing one thing at a time. Especially because we're smoking while doing it. So, again, let's remember the saying. Under the fence, which means we go under the first loop, between and in the middle of this loop. Then we wrap this yarn around and over. And then we go back under. And then with that, we take that new stitch up and off. And it's like we're transferring from the left to the right. My left to my right. Now you have to also remember that I've been knitting for a very long time. So I might make it look easy. And my stitches all look pretty the same because I've been knitting for a long time. So that's just practice, just like with anything else. So at the very last stitch, this is something you'll want to know. You just do it exactly the same you would at any other stitch. Just go right on off the end to when you have all your stitches on one side, and then you switch hands again. Put it in the left hand. And you really want to make sure that when you go like this, it's not this way, because if it's this way, you'll give yourself another stitch. And people end up doing that a lot, and then they end up with too many stitches. So it's recommended for beginner knitters to each time go ahead and count the stitches. So this is 1 stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Which I said earlier that I had 14. I don't count my stitches every time because I can tell by the feel if one is missing or if I add an extra one. So it's very important that we do not add another stitch, so we want it to look like this. And then we do the exact same thing all the way across. Whew. Like I was saying in my video, because I have chronic illnesses, things like this actually are hard for me to do without the assistance of medical marijuana, because my body starts to really hurt. So it's kind of perfect. That though, what I just did right now, this is my Nord. It has CBD. It's a Koi 1000. I don't know, I mix it with something else. I'd mix 2 different CBDs to make it a higher CBD, but if you have questions about that, message me. But we're just gonna go across the whole row again, because you do not want to stop in the middle of the row. You really don't. It gets confusing if you stop in the middle of the row. And like I said, I'm making a long, thin scarf, just because that's my personal preference. And there we go. The start. The start of my scarf. And I hope that you learned to knit, you had fun, and you start watching my lives.